Now we have to discuss about what is minimal element or a least element. Okay, let us consider A comma less than or equal to be a POSET. That means here A is a finite set. On that finite set, this relation is defined on the elements of set A. It satisfies three properties. One is reflexive, second one is antisymmetric, and third one is transitive. Whenever it satisfies these three conditions by the relation less than or equal to, hence we can say that A comma less than or equal to be a POSET. And I am taking one element small a. This small a belongs to capital A. Next one, an element A is called as minimum or a least element. Minimum or a least element if and only if it satisfies two conditions. The first condition is it is a minimal element. It is a minimal element. And second one is it is related to every other element in the POSET. It is related to every element. It is related to every element in the POSET. Whenever element A satisfies these two conditions, hence we can say that element A is called as least element or a minimum element. We have to check these 6 HASSE diagram. We have to find out what is the minimal element and what is the minimum element. Okay. So now consider this HASSE diagram. What is the minimal element? So minimal element means an element does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Hence we can say that that element is called as minimal element. Okay. So small a is called as minimal element. Here it does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. So hence we can say that small a is called as a minimal element. Okay. In another way, we can say that the minimal element here, small a, in another way we can say that no element in the POSET is not related to A. B is not related with A. C is not related with A. D is not related with A. Hence we can say that no element in the POSET is not related to A. Hence we can say that A is a minimal element. Okay. Then if A is a minimal element, what is the minimum element? Okay. So minimal element is nothing but, first of all, it is a minimal element. It is related to every other element in the POSET. So A is related with B, A is related with C, A is related with D. Okay. Hence we can say that the minimum element is A. Okay. Next one. Consider the second HASSE diagram. Okay. By observing this HASSE diagram, so element A is called as a minimal element because it does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction, and also these three elements are not related with the element A. C is not related with A, B is not related with A, and D is not related with A. Okay, hence we can say that minimal element is called as A. If A is a minimal element, what is the minimum or a least element? Okay, so whatever the minimal element is there, that minimal element is related to all the other elements in the POSET. So A is related with B. Yes, A is related with D according to the transitive property. A is related with B, B is related with D, A is also related with D. Next, A is related with C according to the transitive property. A is related with B, B is related with C, then A is related with C. This minimal element is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET. Hence, we can say that minimum element is also A and the minimal element is also A. Okay. Next, consider this HASSE diagram. Okay. So here, what is the minimal elements in this HASSE diagram? Here, element A does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Element B does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. And also C is not related with A, E is not related with A, D is not related with A. No element B is also not related with A. No other element in the POSET is not related with A. So no element in the POSET is related with A. Hence we can say that A is called as a minimal element. Next one. C is not related with B, E is not related with B, D is not related with B. Hence we can say that A is also not related with B. No element in the POSET is related with B. Hence we can say that B is a minimal element. So A comma B are the minimal elements. So whenever A comma B are the minimal elements, then what is the minimum element? First consider element A. If it is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET or not. A is related with E. Okay. A is related with D by applying the transitive property. A is related with E. E is related with D. A is also related with D. Next, A is related with C by applying the transitive property. A is related with E, E is related with C, A is also related with C. But A is not related with B. Okay, hence we can say that element A is not a minimal element. Okay, A is not a minimum element. Sorry, A is not a minimum element. Okay, next one. B is related. Here now we are considering element B. Okay, so here all the remaining elements are related with B or not, we have to check. So B is related with E, B is related with C according to the transitive property. B is related with E, E is related with C, then B is also related with C. Next one, B is related with E, E is related with D, B is also related with D. But B is not related with A. Okay, hence we can say that B is not a minimal element. So A is not a minimal element, B is not a minimal element. Hence we can say that there is no minimum element in this HASSE diagram. Okay, next consider this HASSE diagram. So here what are the minimal elements? Okay, minimal element means, okay, element 1 does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Hence we can say that element 1 is a minimal element. Okay, if it is a minimal element, when we can say that it is minimum element, it is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET. 1 is related with 2, S, 1 is related with 4, S, 1 is related with 3, yes. 1 is related with 6 according to the transitive property. 1 is related with 3, 3 is related with 6, 1 is also related with 6. 1 is related with 2, 2 is related with 5, 1 is also related with 5 according to the transitive property. Hence, element 1 is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET. Hence, we can say that 1 is a minimum element or a least element. Okay. Now consider this HASSE diagram. What are the minimal elements? Element 1 does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Element 2 does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Hence we can say that 1, 2 are the minimal elements. If 1, 2 are the minimal elements, what is the minimum element among the two? First, we are considering 1 as a minimum element. We have to verify that. If one element is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET or not, we have to verify. 1 is related with 4. Yes. 1 is related with 3. Yes. 1 is related with 5 according to the transitive property. 1 is related with 4. 4 is related with 5. 1 is also related with 5. But 1 is not related with 2. Hence, we can say that element 1 is not a minimum element. Okay. Now, consider element 2. 2 is related with all the remaining elements in the POSET or not. 2 is related with 3. 2 is related with 5 by applying the transitive property. 2 is related with 3. 3 is related with 5. 2 is also related with 5. Next, 2 is not related with 1. Hence, we can say that 2 is not a minimum element. 1 is not a minimum element, 2 is not a minimum element. So that minimum element does not exist for this HASSE diagram. Next one, consider this HASSE diagram. Here element 1 does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. Hence we can say that element 1 is called as a minimal element. If 1 is a minimal element, we have to verify that 1 is related to all the remaining elements in the POSET or not. 1 is related with 2, 1 is related with 3, 1 is also related with 6 by applying the transitive property. 1 is related with 2, 2 is related with 6, hence 1 is also related with 6. Another way, 1 is related with 3, 3 is related with 6, 1 is also related with 6 by applying the transitive property. Hence, we can say that element 1 is a minimum element or a least element. Okay, so in this way, we have to find out the maximal, minimal, maximum and minimum element. Here, maximum element is also called as greatest element. Minimum element is also called as least element. Okay, an element is called as a minimum element if and only if it satisfies two conditions. First of all, if it is a maximal element, and second condition, every element in the POSET is related to it. It satisfies these two conditions, hence we can say that element A is called as a maximum element or a greatest element. Okay, next one, what is minimal element? Minimum element. An element A is called as a minimum element or a least element if and only if it satisfies two conditions. First of all, if it is a minimal element. Second one is it is related to every other element in the POSET. By satisfying these two conditions, hence we can say that element A is called as a minimum element or a least element. Okay. Then what is maximal element? An element A is called as a maximal element if and only if it does not have any immediate successor in upward direction. Okay. And second definition is an element A is called as a maximal element if it is not related with any other element in the POSET. Okay, hence we can say that element A is called as a maximal element. And what is minimal element? Element A is called as minimal element if it does not have any immediate predecessor in downward direction. And also we can say that all the remaining elements in the POSET is not related with that element. So hence we can say that so A is called as a minimal element. So these are the four definitions of maximal, minimal, maximum or our greatest element, minimum or our least element. So thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share this video to your friends and classmates. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel name. So Divvela Srinivasarao. Thank you.